Yep, it is on. Good morning. For those that wish to take a seat, please take a seat. It is an absolute fabulous, brisk day here in the great city of Camden, welcoming our exceptional and superstar Governor Phil Murphy.
Thank you, Frank.
Great to have you here in Camden. Thank you. I want to say this before we get into our program, that our governor has just been a star when it comes to what we've had to deal with this past year, 2020, with this whole COVID and getting the test centers up. And Camden County was one of the first to really open up these great super sites to get folks tested, and now getting folks vaccinated. Governor, thank you for your leadership. We greatly appreciate it. To my dear friend and our fearless leader in D.C., Congressman Donald Norcross, thank you for your tireless and support and all that you do for Camden and really representing us in D.C. Thank you, Congressman. To Senate President, Mr. Sweeney, thank you. You're a Camden guy. You're here today. We're here today to celebrate. Thank you for your leadership in Trenton. To our delegation, Bill Spearman, Billy Moen, and Senator Nilsa Cruz Perez, thank you for your leadership as well. To my partners in government, the great Camden County Board of Commissioners, now known, led by Lou Capelli. Thank you, Lou, and your partnership. Today's an exceptional day. We have the Commissioner, we have Cooper's Ferry, Chris Calori, your partnership, Cooper Hospital, Kevin O'Dowd, the amazing hospital behind us, Lou Greenwald. Thank you for being here and joining us. It is an absolute beautiful day and compliment to what has been going on here in the great city of Camden. We've talked about Camden Rising that started when my great partner and the leader of the sciences now, former Mayor Dana Red, took the helm of this city and got it on the track, and we're continuing to really rebuild the city. And today we realize billions of dollars of investment, billions of dollars of improvement, and yes, inclusive prosperity. Everywhere in this city we're seeing prosperity, even though we're going through some challenging times. But we want to talk about, we are the transportation hub of South Jersey. We want to talk about the legacy of former Senator Walter Rand, what his vision was when it came to providing adequate transportation and a quality transportation, as a congressman and I were just talking about. And everything has its time. It's outdated, and it's time to really bring this transportation hub up to par to what's happening in the city of Camden. And we're super excited about the leadership from Trenton with the legislature and our governor committing the resources to turn this into what it deserves to be, a state-of-the-art transportation hub. Camden depends on it. We are a 9-square-mile city. We are the entry point to South Jersey, to New Jersey, from Philadelphia, and folks use this. To our DRPA commissioner, Jeff Nash, and Patco and DRPA in the partnership. It's a great partnership that's going to turn this into second to none. And this is the beginning of what's to come. There's still a lot to explore heading south of Camden, and we hope that in the future we will extend as well. But nonetheless, today is a day that we celebrate the investment that is committed by the state, that is committed by this great governor, that is going to take Camden to the next level when we speak about transportation. So as a mayor of the great city of Camden, as a representative of our 77,000+ residents, Governor, thank you for your commitment. And I know you were with my good friend, Mayor Ross Baraka, yesterday in Newark, making some great announcements. And we're committed to continuing to work with you and making sure that we continue to see Camden rising for the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Well, Mayor, you said just about everything I wanted to say. But that's okay. We'll move forward. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. I'm Sheila Roberts, and I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Camden, and I'm proud of it because I'll be 70 years old this year. I've lived in the Cooper Plaza neighborhood, which is immediately adjacent to where we are today. I have been a resident president of the Cooper Landing Civic Association for 20 years. But I've been working in the community for 45 years. This facility sitting here is one of the most important multimodal transportation centers in all of New Jersey, especially in South Jersey and our city, providing regional rail, light rail, and bus access for anyone that comes through, as well as for the residents that are in the city. The Walter Rand is important for Camden residents as it provides access within the city of Camden, South Jersey, Philadelphia, and the region. It provides transportation for the residents and the staff of the different municipalities around the county. It provides the jobs, the education, and so much more. It also provides a facility that makes it accessible to the many handicapped people that we have that live in the city, as well as the veterans that come and visit the city or come for medical reasons. And that's important because we need to have a facility in the city that's accessible so that we can get to it. It would be very, very difficult if we had to go to Collingswood, Gloucester, or any other place to try to get transportation. It would also cost an awful lot. This transportation hub also provides access to Camden from the region, as well as access to the employment. The hospital over here, I think, employs over 600 people, and many of them are residents that live right here in my community. Healthcare, education, business, and other attractions in our city. Everybody doesn't want to drive. Some people have no choice but to take public transportation. And it's really, really important that it be accessible to anyone that needs it. We have people coming over from Philadelphia to get on the light rail, to go all the way down to the light rail and touch all the counties that they need to get to. When it first came, the light rail, I was a little skeptical because you know that when you live in a transportation hub, you don't know who's going to be on the train. You don't know who's going to be on the bus. But it's necessary. It's necessary for the region. People need to have a new facility here that they're not afraid to come to. I think our facility here is better than the one that they have in Philadelphia. If not better, it's a lot cleaner. It's much cleaner. And we're proud of that. It's a significant part of the economy and moving people to where they need to go. And it's the center for transportation, and I'll continue to say that, for all of South Jersey. Walter Rand Transportation Center is an important part of Camden's past, its present, and now its future. And we're excited about that. We are thankful to be here today for this announcement with our governor and an investment in Camden's future as we continue to move the renaissance of Camden forward. Governor Murphy continues to be an advocate for the city of Camden, and we are so grateful for that. He is committed to improving the quality of life for our community and its residents, and in a drop of a dime, he's always willing to come when residents have a concern. Today is another example of his continued commitment. Governor Murphy, we thank you. We thank you for your continued leadership. We thank you for your support to the residents of the city of Camden and all the other stakeholders that are here. It is at this time my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Phil Murphy, Governor of New Jersey.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. When they show pictures of this event, there'll be no question that we were in a pandemic outside here in the middle of February. Good morning, everybody. It is a thrill to be back in Camden. I want to thank Mayor Frank Moran. Frank, thank you for your gracious words and for your great leadership. Sheila Roberts, same right back to you for your leadership and for your very gracious introduction, and also for underscoring the importance of the Walter Rand Transit Center here to Camden's reality and future. I'm incredibly honored to be joined by a cavalcade of stars, most of whom have already been acknowledged. I want to give a shout out to our great Commissioner of Transportation, my colleague Diane Gutierrez, Scachetti. Diane, honored to have you with us. At least Sweeney and I will acknowledge the fact that Diane has ashes on her forehead and has put me to shame already here on Ash Wednesday. A good reminder. I'm incredibly honored to be joined by a guy. I just asked Donald Norcross, hey, by the way, Donald, anything going on down in Washington the past couple of months? He's down there fighting for us every day. My colleague and partner in getting so much done in this state. Some of it's easy, and Steve, some of it's really hard. The great Senate President Steve Sweeney. Amen. To his right, Assembly Majority Leader Lou Greenwald. Likewise, Lou, honored always to be with you. To your right, Assemblyman Bill Spearman. Bill, great to be with you. Former Senator and Mayor and dear friend for many years, Dana Red, is with us. I also want to give a shout out, amen to that. Bill Moen is with us from the Assembly. Bill, thank you. County Commissioners Director Lou Capelli and colleague Jeff Nash, thank you guys for everything you do. Brothers in labor are here. Dan Costner, more on you, Dan, in a moment. Bless you. Chris Calori, you know a thing or two about transportation. And Kevin O'Dowd, I have to give a shout out to as the CEO of Cooper University Medical Center, not only in that capacity, but has coordinated the entire South Jersey response in the healthcare system for the entirety of the pandemic. And Kevin, thank you for that. And a cast of thousands. I'm sure I've missed some folks. This is a city that is reimagining and reinventing itself. It's a city that believes to its core that its best days lay ahead. This is a city that is full of people and legacy businesses who have fought and stayed through some very tough times. It's welcomed newcomers to the community, and it's a city that knows that their commitment will lead Camden forward. And this isn't just a city on the rise. It is a city that is a vital economic connection to the city that lays just across on the opposite shore of the Delaware. In so many respects, the broad regional benefits that South Jersey gains from its proximity to Philadelphia and folks who enter New Jersey, as Sheila and Frank have both said, right here in Camden. So this morning, we're here to not only show that we stand with those who have stood with Camden, but to make our investment in Camden's future by improving its standing as a regional hub. I'm proud to announce a more than $250 million overhaul of the Walter Rand Transportation Center, creating a modern and scalable economic gateway that fully reflects Camden's future and its vision and its trajectory. And, by the way, Danny, with a project labor agreement attached, this new gateway will be built with union labor. And again, I want to acknowledge the president of South Jersey Building Trades, Dan Costner, who's with us, and all of our brothers and sisters in labor. NJ Transit will put the first part of this investment to work by issuing an RFP for the preliminary design and engineering work. This is a multi-year project. This new facility will provide better connectivity between the Patco speed line and the river line. It'll provide for improved flow for the more than 24 NJ Transit bus lines that flow to and from here. And it will provide more space for independent buses to carry passengers. It'll have parking components. It'll have charging stations for electric vehicles. And as part of this project and its vision, it will explore the possibilities for adjacent housing, offices, and retail to fully maximize the principles of transit-oriented development. Everything necessary to turn this into a true 21st century transit hub is on the table. This transit center opened in May of 1989. Camden has changed a lot over the past 32 years, and much of it for the better. Let's give this city a transit center that mirrors its exciting future. The late Walter Rand was not just a champion of his hometown, Camden, but he was a champion for safe and reliable transportation infrastructure. He was a father of both the Transportation Trust Fund and the South Jersey Transportation Authority. He understood better than most that the future of South Jersey rides, quite literally in this case, on its transportation infrastructure, on the ability of people to get to a job or to get to school. His name belongs on a place that reflects his values. His name belongs on a place that will carry South Jersey's economy on its shoulders. And I'm honored that we're able to make this critical investment in Camden and in South Jersey. And with that, please please help me welcome a guy. It takes a village. No matter how good a job Steve and Lou and Bill and the rest of us, the county commissioners do here in this county or in the state, we need folks down there in Washington fighting for every nickel, fighting for everything Jersey needs, South Jersey and beyond. Please help me welcome a great fighter, Congressman Donald Norcross.
Wow, what a great day, certainly, to be here. It's about logistics, literally. This hub of transportation that opened 32 years ago as the governor. I want to first say welcome to my brother, Steve Sweeney, Senate President, Lou Greenwald. Bill, I hardly saw you down there, saw a patch going across your eyes. But I look around, we have Chris Calori, who knows transportation, Bill Moen, Kevin. Long walk from work, huh? Jeff Nash, my dear mayor, great to see you, and certainly my former mayor and senator, who we both had the honor of sitting in Trenton in that Senate seat that Walter ran. Did so much great work for the state of New Jersey and for here. But I first want to start out by saying thank you to those essential workers, the ones that are keeping the vaccine moving from Washington down to you, Kevin, and the governor, to the arms of so many who need it. To those who wear a uniform, whether it's a badge or it's scrubs, literally keeping us going. It is simply amazing that we can continue to do this. While we're meeting here, Governor, the building trades are meeting in the Oval Office as we speak to talk about infrastructure. You had a good line from the White House. They knew this was coming. Very important. Why is that important? Because we understand it is about logistics. Largest employer in South Jersey behind us. You heard Sheila talk about the men and women who need this to get to work, to get to school. For those of you who can listen, you'll hear Patco go underneath. You'll see the light rail go behind us. You'll have buses that come in here. You have cars. And you have people walking here. It is that hub that makes this so important. But one of the unique things about Walter Ram and in this station is how he fought for the design to make sure that those who are walking and out in the air had a way to go inside to get the bus, to give people the dignity of standing inside while they're waiting for their transportation. We want to make sure that legacy continues. No matter how you get here, you should have the dignity as everybody else, making sure you're in shelter waiting for these things. That's incredibly important because we know whether you take this to go to Rutgers, to Rowan, to any of the schools in this area, that education, to a job, and how important that is to each and everybody that is going on. I mentioned earlier the federal investments that are coming in. First and foremost, it is about the vaccine and making sure that we come out of this pandemic stronger than ever as one nation, because that's how transportation hubs, education opportunities, and jobs come together, is when we all do it with the same focus and how important that is in life, that you can go out and have a job and take care of your family and do it healthy. What's great about the federal investment is New Jersey, more than ever before, and the congressional delegation is working together. The Portal Bridge, which was recently announced, and the transportation system going into the city of New York, is an issue very important in North Jersey. But all of us came together on that, because that's how New Jersey gets stronger. That's the same way that the investment here in Camden gets stronger, is when we have everybody in the state going for that. So we see the light rail line. We can't wait, Steve, till we're here to see the light rail continue all the way to Glassboro, because that's about the transportation hub. So I want to thank everybody for coming together, coming out in the pandemic to have this great announcement about the transportation hub here in Camden, New Jersey. Thank you.
Thank you, Donald. And by the way, that light rail extension to Glassboro is something I think we all would love to be able to see as well in our future. And I amen Jeff's applauding in particular for that. Jeff, may I just say, between the mask and your stocking cap, I almost had to be told it was you. It's very there's about 3/4 of an inch of visibility through that. But Donald made a point, and I want to give him a shout out. He's obviously, first and foremost, is fighting for his district, right? But when you need a voice in our delegation to stand up for something that is for the state and maybe well beyond his district, including the Portal Bridge, is never hesitation on his part. And for that, we're all incredibly thankful for so many. Thank you. She's as it relates to transportation, she's the boss. Whether it's highways, roads, NJ Transit matters, such as where today as the chair of the board of NJ Transit, and God knows she's at the center of our storm response, and God knows we're getting another storm tomorrow, as if we need it. But please help me welcome an extraordinary colleague, the Commissioner of the Department of Transportation, Diane Gutierrez Scachetti. Thanks, man.
Good morning, everyone. First, Governor Murphy, thank you for having me here today, and thank you for your unwavering support of infrastructure investment. There is no more critical opportunity for us in building back the foundation of New Jersey's economy. I'd also like to thank Congressman Norcross and Senate President Sweeney for their continued collaboration on transportation issues at both the federal and state level, and certainly for hosting us here today. It wasn't in my remarks, but I really do also want to give a special shout out to a special guest, which is the sun. We're very happy to have the sun out today. I think it's a wonderful omen for this project because we haven't seen it in a while. And so I'm hoping that it gives us a little bit more melting before we get our next tranche of snow tomorrow. But on behalf of the Board of New Jersey Transit, CEO and President Kevin Corbett, and all of the leadership and staff of New Jersey Transit, I am so pleased to be here for this important announcement. Kevin couldn't join us today as he had a conflicting appointment that he couldn't change, but I know his heart is in making sure that this project moves forward. The Walter Rand Transportation Center serves as the gateway to southern New Jersey and to all that the city of Camden has to offer. It is certainly fitting and perhaps overdue that we begin the process of envisioning a new Walter Rand Transportation Center that provides modern convenience and safety to our New Jersey Transit customers and allows New Jersey Transit to be an part of the economic revitalization of this historic city. Our commitment is to work with all of our stakeholders, and I think Congressman Norcross really articulated them well, from the driver to the bus rider to the light rail or Padco rider, and certainly to those who walk to this facility. You are all our customers, and we need to hear and understand what it is this center needs to provide state-of-the-art services. This new facility will serve all of our needs well into the future, and we look forward to the work ahead of us and all of you joining in this important process. Thank you so much. I will listen.
Thank you, Diane. I suspect you and I will be seeing a lot of each other over the next 24 hours, given the weather forecast. And thank you for the shout out to our friend, the sun. Dana Red and I had the opportunity to meet, it feels like 1,000 years ago, Madam Mayor, Madam Senator, but she's been a friend ever since. She's a former mayor of this great community, and she lives a lot of her life these days in higher education, but there isn't a better leader or a better friend. Please help me welcome former Mayor and Senator Dana Red. Bless you.
Thank you, Governor. Love you. Good morning, everyone. First, let me begin by thanking Governor Murphy, Congressman Norcross, Senate President Sweeney, the Commissioner, and all of our legislative leaders today for such a great announcement. I would also like to thank, although she's not with us today, our State Senator Nilsa Cruz Perez for her outstanding guidance and vision in the city and throughout the district. Let's give her a round of applause. And of course, to my mayor, Frank Moran, I want to thank him for his dedication and leadership to the citizens of the city. We know how much you love Camden, and it is a great privilege and honor to call him my friend. Speaking as a former mayor and on behalf of our residents and local commuters, we are grateful to the governor today for his leadership on state transportation issues and his unwavering commitment to urban centers across the state, including Camden. He has been a great partner in the continuing progress in this city and what we have been able to accomplish over the last 10 years. I remember meeting with the governor a few years back as he actively listened to urban mayors and the various challenges confronting our cities. One of the issues we discussed as we considered the social determinants of health concerned barriers to access, namely transportation, and how a thriving transit hub not only serves as a node of vibrancy and revitalization, but also connects children, youth, and families to higher education, to jobs, and to health care. Having a strong transit infrastructure will be another strong foundational marker and an asset for our residents over the next 100 years. The governor, as you know, is looking at the long game here, making a generational investment in our city, and I applaud him for that. Please, once again, join me in applauding our governor. Thank you so much, sir. This is the kind of project and partnership that will impact thousands of residents on their daily commutes here in Camden and South Jersey. And let me just underscore and emphasize how important today is for Camden residents. Like many families growing up in Camden, my family did not have a car. We relied heavily on public transportation to connect us to business districts throughout the city and opportunities in the region. Years from now, when this project is coming to completion, this transit hub will be a beacon of light for Camden. It will be a vibrant place where families like mine did are able to board 24 different bus routes or take several trains connected to employment centers throughout the region. It will provide young people with the ability to break barriers and travel to places they would otherwise be shut out from. Moving forward, Walter Rand will not only house buses and trains, but will become a part of the core of our Camden community. Governor Phil Murphy is the partner Camden needs right now to enhance the quality of life for residents and expand on the progress that has already been made in the city. He continues to keep his eyes on the long-term investments that will provide a pathway to a 21st century public transportation system that equates to reliably getting thousands of people to work every day and making the Walter Rand Transportation Center a more vibrant place. Furthermore, this project will improve social determinants for residents and provide better options for public transportation for the region. I cannot thank him enough for his ongoing commitment to our community, as Sheila Roberts has previously stated, and the bottom line is simply this. The revitalization and re-engineering of this transit hub does not happen without the governor's commitment. Thank you once again, Mr. Governor, for your vision and dedication to Camden. God bless you, and God bless the city of Camden.
Wow. Dana Red. Let's hear it for Dana one more time. Dana, I recall at least in one of those meetings we had a certain John Bon Jovi with us in one of those conversations, which was pretty cool. Thank you so much for your leadership, and Frank, likewise. It's rare that you get the back-to-back stars in a community that had the honor of serving as mayor, and that's exactly what's the case right here in Camden. I don't know where I would be without him, and I mean that literally. I mentioned this earlier. Some of the stuff we do together is easy. Some of it's really, really hard. Whether it's easy, hard, or in between, please help me welcome a great leader and a great colleague, the Senate President, Steve Sweeney.
I'm just glad we're talking about something different than marijuana right now. It's getting old. I got to tell you, it's getting real old. But, Governor, really, thank you so much for this commitment to this city. You know, as South Jersey goes through Camden. All of our beginnings, Donald, your father, my father, were born here, worked here. You know, I can only imagine them right now smiling knowing that, looking up and seeing them smile, seeing what they're doing in this city. This city has had a huge transformation. And again, Donald is my partner. Did you work here, Donald? Yeah, we both worked on this thing. So I'm surprised it stood this long. To be honest with you, I saw the lights were out, just so you know. Yeah. But again, this commitment that you're making to this city is critically important. As we start moving forward with the planning of the next phase, light rail. Oh, and by the way, your commissioner, I asked Chris when I heard her name mentioned. I said, is she any good? He said, she's outstanding. And those words really don't give enough credit for the job that she does. So, Commissioner, thank you for everything you do here. But again, everyone said it. This is about our future and everything. As Camden goes, South Jersey goes. I live in Gloucester County, but you can't forget Camden. Camden was the hub that raised a lot of families and provided a lot of jobs for a long time and got knocked down. We started progress a few years ago, and Governor, with your commitment to this city, we only see things looking up. So, Mayor, you're in a good place. Dana, we've come a long way, haven't we? So again, to everyone, this is I don't have to talk about marijuana for 5 minutes, so this is great. So again, to everyone, congratulations. Governor, again, thank you for your commitment. My partner, Lewis, we got to do it together, and we do. So again, thank you all.
Thanks, Governor. Thank you. I want to join your daughter in saying I like the beard.
I got to shave it.
I know that. I like it. I personally like it. Thank you again, Steve, for everything. Two final but very important speakers. It does take a village. You need the county commissioners. You need representation that's fierce in Washington, great leadership in Camden, and you need a commissioner like Diane, and you need both chambers in the legislature to be rowing the boat all together. And we've got several of them here today, but I want to call up two to say a few words before we close. A guy who knows this town as well as anybody. Please help me welcome Assemblyman Bill Spearman. Bill, come on down.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I bring you greetings on behalf of the 5th District, my good friend Bill Moen, and my Senator Nelsa Cruz Perez. She can't wait till the end of COVID so she can give you all hugs and kisses. I couldn't help but reflect back to 1989 when this facility first opened. The waterfront facilities weren't open. Broadway Eddie's used to be on the corner where the joint board building is. And Vitech used to be where Subaru, a photo lab, used to be where the Subaru headquarters is right now. But through the leadership of people like our mayors, Frank Moran, Randy Primus, Mayor Red, our commissioners, who used to be called freeholders back then, and our Senate President, our assembly leaders, of course our governor, we've made great strides in Camden. In 1989, the tax base was around $500 million. Now we're approaching $2 billion in development in a tax base for the city of Camden. And I look forward to the next few years where we're going to double that to $4 billion. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. Thank you for your support.
Thanks, Bill. Wow, that puts it in stark terms, Bill. That's how far Camden has come in a roadmap of where it's going to go in the future. So thank you for that. Last but certainly not least, another guy I've known, I feel like it's Lou 1,000 years. I know it isn't, but it feels that way. A great friend, a great leader, a guy who knows not just South Jersey, but Jersey, period, as well as anybody. Please help me welcome the Majority Leader in the General Assembly, Lou Greenwald. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here today and bearing the cold. This is an important day for us. To the governor and to commissioner, don't get me wrong. The money's important, and we appreciate it. Your presence, though, is far more important as a symbol of the continued recovery and success of this city. And I hope one of the things that you take from today is the distinguished dignitaries who have served in government at the state level over years, like Chris Calori, Kevin O'Dowd, our former mayor, Dana Red, all of whom are here again today in a continued effort because this city has a unique way of embracing you and not letting go. And for those of us like Steve and myself who don't have the privilege of representing Camden, as Steve said, our family's roots are in this city. And our parents, whether it was Donald, Steve's, or my mom, it has become a family generational event to see this city's recovery. And for us, just a moment of tremendous pride when President Obama came to this city and held Camden City up as a national model of urban redevelopment. Today's events stand as another building block of that opportunity. And as the governor said, the symbol of this city, the motto of this city is "Our better days are ahead." That somehow suggests that today is not good. It really is more of a symbolic gesture and symbol that we all hope that our children's generation will be better than ours. And no matter the success this city has, its motto will always be that better days are ahead. And for the children of this city that can continue to see better healthcare outcomes, better educational scores and outcomes, the investment in this hub becomes a transport of dreams for them, not just for jobs in this city, but for those children to chase jobs in healthcare, in the universities, in science and technology outside of this city. And it does truly become a hub, not just for hundreds of thousands of people, but for millions of people from Philadelphia, Camden, Gloucester, and Burlington County to chase dreams and create a reality and a future for them. This pandemic will come to an end. But investment in things like today tells the story that there is going to be a life at the end of this pandemic and that those dreams and opportunities have to exist. So from the leadership here to the governor and to the commissioner, we thank you for your belief in this. And this is just another day and another building block of the recovery of this city and its great future and for all of us in South Jersey. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Bill. Thank you, Lou. So well said. That notion that better days may be ahead, but that doesn't mean that in the here and now, we're not making it happen every single day in this great community. So on behalf, as they say in Hollywood, it's a wrap. On behalf of all of us, I want to also thank the son, Diane, but also Mayor Red, Frank Moran, Mayor, Congressman, Senate President, Majority Leader, members of the Assembly. Sheila, thank you so much. Diane, bless you. Lou, Jeff, I think it's Jeff, Kevin, Chris, Danny, everyone else here, thank you for hosting me so graciously as always. A great day, another step in that great journey for Camden, for South Jersey, for New Jersey. Bless you all. Thank you. Love you, Frank. Love you too. Thank you so much.